First Chronicles chapter 1, verse 1. First Chronicles, the first chapter and the first verse. Israel's family tree, the trunk: Adam, Seth, Enos, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The Japheth branch. Japheth had Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. Gomer had Ashkenaz, Riphah, and Torgamah. Javan had Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. The Ham branch. Ham had Cush, Mitzrayim, Put, and Canaan. Cush had Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Saptika. Ramah had Sheba and Dedan. Cush had Nimrod, the first great hero on earth. Mitzrayim was ancestor to the Ludim, the Anamim, the Lahabim, the Naphtavim, the Pathrusim, the Kalshuhim, and the Caphtorim, from whom the Philistines descended. Canaan had Sidon as firstborn in Heth, and was ancestor to the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. It's a lot of ites. The Shem branch. Shem had Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Meshach. Arphaxad had Shelah, and Shelah had Eber. Eber had two sons. Peleg, division, meaning division, because in his time the earth was divided up. His brother was Joktan. Joktan had Almadad, Sheleph, Hazarmatheth, Jerah, Hadaran, Uzel, Diklah, Ebo, Abiel, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab, all sons of Joktan. Three main branches in summary: Shem, Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, Terah, and Abram, otherwise Abraham, and Abraham had Isaac and Ishmael. The family of Abraham. Abraham's family tree developed along these lines. Ishmael had Nebaioth, his firstborn, then Kedar, Abdil, Mipsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedemah, the Ishmael branch. Keturah, Abraham's concubine, gave birth to Zimram, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Then Jokshan and Sheba and Dedan, and Medan had Ephah, Epher, Henoch, Abida, and Eldaah. These made up the Keturah branch. Abraham had Isaac, and Isaac had Esau and Israel, known as Jacob. Esau had Eliphaz, Ruel, Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. Eliphaz had Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, Kenaz, Timnah, and Amalek. And Ruel had Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mitzah. Seir then had Lotan, Shobel, Zibian, Anath, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishon. Lotan had Hori and Homam. Timnah was Latan's sister. Shobel had Alian, Manahath, Ebo, Shepho, and Onah. Zibian and Aya and Anna. Anna had Dishon. Dishon had Hemdan, Ishdan, Ithran, and Kiran. Ezer had Bilhan, Zapha, Van, and Akan, and Dishon had Uz and Aaron. The Edomite king list, a list of the kings who ruled in the country of Edom before Israel had a king. Bela, son of Beor, his city was Din-Habah. Bela died. Jobab, son of Zerah, from Basra, was the next king. Jobab died. Husham, from the country of the Temanites, was the next king. Husham died. Hadad, son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, was the next king. His city was Avith. Hadad died. Shamla and Mashrika was the next king. Shamla died. Shaul from Rehoboth by the river was the next king. Shaul died. Baal-Hanan, son of Akbar, was the next king. Baal-Hanan died. Hadad was the next king. His city was Pa'ah, and his wife was Mehetabel, daughter of Matrib, the daughter of Me-Zahab. Last of all, Hadad died. The chieftains of Edom after that were Chief Timnah, Chief Alva, Chief Jetha, Chief Oholabama, Chief Elah, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, and Chief Iram. These were the chieftains of Edom. First Chronicles chapter 2, the family of Israel, or Jacob. Israel's, that is Jacob's sons, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Judah had and Onan, and Shelah. Their mother was Bashua the Canaanite. Judah's firstborn, was so bad before God that God killed him. That's terrible. Judah also had Perez and Zerah by his daughter-in-law Tamar. Total of 5 sons. Perez had Hezron and Hamul. Zerah had Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Calcal, and Darda, 5 sons. Carmel and Akkar, who brought doom on Israel when he violated the holy band. Ethan's son was Azariah. Hezron had Jerahmeel, Ram, and Shelubai. Ram had Aminadab, and Aminadab had Nahshon, a prominent leader in the Judah family. Nahshon had Salmon, and Salmon had Boaz. Boaz had Obed, and Obed had Jesse. Jesse's firstborn was Eliab, followed by Abinadab, Shemiah, Nathaniel, Radai, Ozem, and finally David. David was the 7th. Their sisters were Zariah and Abigail. Zariah gave birth to 3 sons, Abishai, Joab, and Asahel. Abigail was the mother of Amasa. The father was Jether the Ishmaelite. Family of Caleb. Caleb, son of Hezron, had children by his wife Azubah and also by Jeroeth. Azubah's sons were Jesher, Shobab, and Ardon. After Azubah died, Caleb married Ophrah and gave birth to her. Her had Uri, and Uri had Bezaleel. Sometime later, Hezron married the daughter of Machir, father of Gilead. He was 60 years old when he married her. She gave birth to Segub. Then Segub had Jair, who owned 23 cities in the land of Gilead. Geshur and Aram captured the nomadic villages of Jair and Canath and their satellite settlements, 60 towns. These all belonged to Machir, the father of Gilead. After the death of Hezron, Caleb married Ephratah, the wife of his father Hezron, then gave birth to Asher, the father of Tekoa. The family of Jerahmeel. The sons of Jerahmeel: Hezron's firstborn, Ram his firstborn, followed by Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife whose name was Atara. She gave birth to Onam. The sons of Ram: Jerameel's firstborn, Maaz, Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onan: Shammai and Jada. The sons of Shammai: Nadab and Abishur. Abishur's wife was Abihail. She gave birth to Aban and Molid, Nadab and Selad and Apiam. Selad died, leaving no sons. Apiam had Ishi. Ishi had Seshan, and Seshan had Ali. Jada, Shammai's brother, had Jether and Jonathan. Jether died, leaving no sons. Jonathan had Peleth and Zazah. This is the family tree of Jerahmeel. Sheshan had no sons, only daughters, but Sheshan had an Egyptian servant, Jarha. Sheshan married his daughter to Jarha, and she gave birth to Attai. Attai had Nathan. Nathan had Zabad. Zabad had Ephol. Ephol had Obed. Obed had Jehu. Jehu had Azariah. Azariah had Helez. Helez had Elisha. Elisha had Sismai. Sismai had Shalom. Shalom had Jechemiah, and Jechemiah had Elishama. Jerahmeel's brother Caleb had a son, his firstborn, named Mesha. Mesha had Ziph. Ziph's sons was Marishah, the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron: Korah, Tapua, Rekam, and Shema. Shema had Rahum, the father of Joachim. Rekam had Shemai. Shemai's son was Maon, and Maon was the father of Beth Zur. Caleb's concubine, Ephah, gave birth to Haran, Mosa, and Gizaz. Aaron had Gizaz. The sons of Jaddai: Rekam, Jotham, Geshan, Pelet, Ephah, and Sheah. Another concubine of Caleb, Makkah, gave birth to Sheba and to Hannah. She also bore Sha'ah, the father of Madmanah, and Sheba, the father of Machbina and Gibeah. Caleb's daughter was Aksah. These made up the Caleb branch of the family tree. The sons of Hur: Ephrathah's firstborn, Shobal, who had Kiriath Jearim. Salma, who had Bethlehem, and Hera, father of Beth Gader. The family of Shobal, father of Kiriath Jearim. Horeth, half of the population of Manahath. The families of Kiriath Jearim: the Ithrites, the Puthites, the Shemathites, the Mishrites, the Jorathites, the Ishalites also came from this line. The sons of Salma: Bethlehem, the Nathathites, Athra, Beth Joab, half of the Manahites, the Jorites, and the families of Shopharim, who lived at Jabez, the Tirahites, the Shemathites, and the Sukathites. They made up the Kenites, who came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. 1 Chronicles chapter 3. The family of David. These are the sons that David had while he lived at Hebron. His firstborn was Amon by Ahinoam of Jezreel. Second, Daniel by Abigail of Carmel. Third, Absalom, born of Maacah, daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. Fourth, Adonijah, born of Haggith. Fifth, Shephatiah, born of Abital. Sixth, Ithream, born of his wife Eglah. He had these 6 sons while he was in Hebron. He was king there for 7 years and 6 months. He went on to be king in Jerusalem for another 33 years. These are the sons he had in Jerusalem. First, Shemua, then Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. Bathsheba, daughter of Amiel, was the mother of these 4. And then there was another 9 sons: Ibhar, Elishua, Eliphalet, Noga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Elida, Eliphalet. Lord David, you and your sons' names. David's sons, plus Tamar, their sister, there were other sons by his concubines. In the next generation, Solomon had Rehoboam, who had Abijah, who had Asa, who had Jehoshaphat, who had Jehoram, who had Ahaziah, who had Joash, who had Amaziah, who had Azariah, who had Jotham, who had Ahaz, who had Hezekiah, who had Manasseh, who had Amon, who had Josiah. Josiah's firstborn was Johanan, followed by Jehoiakim, then Zedekiah, then finally Shallum. Jehoiakim's sons were Jeconiah, or Jehoiachin, and Zedekiah. The sons of Jeconiah born while he was captive in Babylon: Shealtiel, Machraim, Pedah, Shanezer, Jechemiah, Hoshama, and Nadabiah. Pedaiah had Zerubbabel and Shimei. Zerubbabel had Mushalim and Hananiah. Sheloth was their sister, and then 5 more: Hushaba, Ohel, Berechiah, Hasadiah, and Jashub Hased. Hananiah's sons were Pelatiah and Jeshiah. These were the sons of Rephaiah, sons of Arnan, sons of Obadiah, and sons of Shechaniah. Shechaniah had Shemaiah, who in turn had Hattush, Igal, Bariah, Neriah, and Shaphat, 6 of them. Neriah had 3 sons, Elaniah, Hezekiah, and Azrikam. And Elaniah had 7 sons, Hadaviah, and Elishah, Peliah, Akub, Johanan, Deliah, and Anani. First Chronicles chapter 4, an appendix to the family of Judah. Sons of Judah, Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal, Rea. Shobal's sons had Jahath, and Jahath had Ahumai and Lahad. These made up the families of the Zorathites. Sons of Etam, Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash. Their sister was named Hazelaponi. Penuel had Geder, and Ezer had Husha. These were the sons of Hur, firstborn son of Ephrathah, who was the father of Bethlehem. Ashur, the father of Tekoa, had 2 wives, Hela and Nara. Nara gave birth to Ahuzam, Hefer, Teminai, and Hasharatiah. Nara's children, Helah's sons were Zerah, Zohar, Ethnan, and Koz, who had Anub, Hazubibah, and the families of Aharel, son of Harum. Jabez was a better man than his brothers, a man of honor. His mother named him Jabez, which means, oh, the pain, saying a painful birth. I bore him in great pain. Jabez prayed to God of Israel, bless me, oh, bless me, give me land, large tracts of land, and provide your personal protection. Don't let evil hurt me. God gave him what he asked. Caleb, Shahu's brother, had Mir. Mir had Ashtan. Eshtan had Beth Rapha, Paseah, and Tahana, who founded Ur-Nahas. These are the cities of smiths. They were known as the men of Reka, the sons of Kenaz, Othniel, and Sariah. The sons of Othniel, Hahathath, and Menothiah. Menothiah and Ophrah had Oprah. Saribah had Joab, the founder of Geharashim, colony of artisans. The sons of Caleb, son of Jephunneh, Ara, Allah, and Nahum. The sons of Allah, Keniz. The sons of Jehalel, Ziph, Ziphah, Teriah, and Asarel. The sons of Ezra, Jether, Mered, Ephah, and Jalom. One of Mered's wives, Pharaoh's daughter, Batiah, gave birth to Miriam, Shamuai, and Ishbah, the father of Eshtamoa. His Judean wife gave birth to Jared, father of Gedor, Heber, father of Soko, and Jakuthiel, father of Zanoah. The sons of Adiah's wife, Naham's sister, the father of Kaliah, the Garmite, the Ishtomoa, and the Makathite. The sons of Shimon, Amnon, Rimnah, Ben Hanan, and Tilon. The sons of Ishai, Zoheph, and Ben Zoheph. The sons of Shelah, son of Judah, the father of Leka, Lada, the father of Marashi. The family of the linen workers at Beth Asheba, Nokjokim, and men of Kozeba, and Joash and Zareph, who ruled in Moab, and Jashubai Lihim. These records are from very old tradition. They were potters who lived at Natayim and Gedera, resident potters who worked for the king. The family of Simeon. The Simeon family tree, Namiel, Jamim, Jerib, and Zerah, and Shaul, and Shalom. Shalom had Mipsam, and Mipsam had Mishma. The sons of Mishma, Hamiel, had Zucker, and Zucker had Shemai. Shemai had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers were not nearly as prolific and never became a large family like Judah. They lived in Beersheba, Moladah, Hazar-Juel, Bilnah, Ezem, Tolad, Bathul, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Marakabath, Hazar Susim, Beth Beri, and Sharaim. They lived in these towns until David became king. Other settlements in the vicinity were the 5 towns of Itam, Ayan, Rimmon, Token, and Ashan, and all the villages around these towns as far as Baalath. These were the settlements, and they kept good family records. Meshobab, Jamlach, Josha, the son of Amaziah, Joel, Jehu, the son of Joshabiah, the son of Shariah, the son of Asiel, Elaniah, Jacobath, Jahoshiah, Asaiah, Adiel, Jasimeel, Benaiah, and Zissa, the son of Shiphi, the son of Elam, the son of Jedediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. All these were leaders in their families. They prospered and increased in number so that they had to go as far as Geder or Gerar to the east of the valley looking for pasture for their flocks. And they found it. Lush pasture, lots of elbow room, peaceful and quiet. Some Hamites had lived there in former times, but the men in these family trees came when Hezekiah was king of Judah and attacked the Hamites, tearing down their tents and houses. There was nothing left of them, as you can see today. Then they moved in and took over because of the great pasture land. 500 of these Simeonites went on and invaded the hill country of Seir, led by Pelatiah, Neriah, Rephaiah, and Uziel, the sons of Ishai. They killed all the escaped Amalekites who were still around, and they still lived there. First Chronicles chapter 5, the family of Reuben. The family of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, though Reuben was Israel's firstborn after he slept with his father's concubine, a defiling act, his rights of the firstborn were passed on to the sons of Joseph, son of Israel. He lost his firstborn place in the family tree. And even though Judah became the strongest of his brothers and King David eventually came from that family, the firstborn right stayed with Joseph. The sons of Reuben, firstborn of Israel, Hanak, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. Descendants of Joel, Shemaiah, his son, Gog, his son, Shemaiah, his son, Makah, his son, Riah, his son, Baal, his son, and Berah, his son, whom Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, took into exile. Bera was the prince of the Reubenites. Bera's brothers are listed in the family tree by families. First Jeiel, followed by Zechariah, then Bela, son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel. Joel lived in the area from Ariar to Nebo and Baal-Meon. His family occupied the land up to the edge of the desert that goes all the way to the Euphrates River. Since their growing herds of livestock spilled out of Gilead during Saul's reign, they fought and defeated the Hagarites. They then took their tents and lived in them on the eastern frontier of Gilead. The family of Gad was their neighbors in Bashan. As far as Salika, Joel was the chief, Shapham the second in command, and then Shani, the judge in Bashan. Their brothers by families were Michael and Mushalem, Sheba and Zorai, Jachan, Zia, and Eber, 7 in all. These were the sons of Abihail, son of Hurai, the son of Jorah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshisha, the son of Jado, the son of Buz. Ahai, son of Abdiel, the son of Gunai, was head of their family. The family of Gad lived in Gilead and Bashan, including the outlying villages, and extending as far as the pastures of Sharon. They were all written into the official family tree during the reigns of Jotham, king of Judah, and Jeroboam, king of Israel. The families of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh had 44,760 men trained for war, physically fit and skilled in handling shield, sword, and bow. They fought against the Hagarites, the Jetur, Naphath, and Nodab. God helped them as they fought. God handed the Hagarites and all their allies over to them because they cried out to him during the battle. God answered their prayers because they trusted him. They plundered the Hagarite herds and flocks, 50,000 camels, 250,000 sheep, and 2,000 donkeys. They also captured 100,000 people. Many were killed because the battle was God's. They lived in that country until the exile. The half-tribe of Manasseh had a large population. They occupied the land from Bashan to Baal-Hermon, that is to Sinir, which is Mount Hermon. The heads of their families were Ephraim, Ishai, Eliel, Azriel, Jeremiah, Hodaviah, and Jadiel, brave warriors, famous and heads of their families. But they were not faithful to the God of their ancestors. They took up with the ungodly gods of the peoples of the land, whom God had gotten rid of before they arrived. So the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, to take the families of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh into exile. He deported them to Halah, Habar, Hara, and the river Gozan. They have been there ever since. This is the word